it needs a tree or something like that. I mean, consider that. All right, so we're going to talk about Home Bliss. These are rechargeable flameless glitter tree candles, which are pretty amazing. Doesn't that top look like it is a actual candle? But the remote gives it away, definitely there. Only order of the year as we start to talk about these. There'll be 3 colorways for you. That is the charger. You can see that gets plugged into, and you don't get the block. So use one of the blocks that you use when you charge your phone, and you get, it sits on sort of what looks like a dish here. So this part we recognize, that part you plug in, and then here's your dish. And this part will make contact with the tree, and that's how you recharge it. And then you get to put that tree anywhere you want once it's charged up. And the remote comes with, the remote already has battery, so you don't have to worry. The tree will be 8.5 inches. So that is your green tree. So you really, fewer than 300 in the green. Let me just lay this down so you can really appreciate it. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that pretty? That is really, I mean, there's like glitter, and then there's snow, like that wet snow that just hangs on the branches. Very pretty. Then, look, if you are very traditional silver and gold, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love that. Okay, fewer than 500 here. But then again, all the silver, and the top of it is going to be silver. But that flameless flicker there looks so realistic. It's just amazing. And then over here we have the white. Ooh, fewer than 150, most limited in that. That's a good price, $26.99. 3 easy pays at $9 on this. All right, I have one of my favorite people to talk to, Melissa Epps Wilding. How are you, my friend?
Hi, Pat. How are you? Happy Christmas in July. It's
Thank
our
you.
favorite time of the year.
I know. How great is it? So fun. These are beautiful.
They're gorgeous. But they're not only gorgeous, but they're functional. And so that's what I love, because we love figural wax candles. So for years, we've all been buying these beautiful figural wax candles, but you never burn them because you don't want to ruin the beauty of the actual candle. So now you don't have to. You have that incredible flame on the top, and this is patented technology by Home Bliss. It looks so realistic. It's all these like lights firing off at once to give you that true flicker of a real flame, which is really important because we love, it to look like a real flame. But then you have that gorgeous figural candle. But Pat, the best thing about Home Bliss, and you kind of touched on this, is that you don't need any batteries.
Yeah.
So you have this remarkable, realistic, flickering flame candle, but you don't have to buy one battery. You're going to turn it on, and then you're going to put it on that charging base that you see right there. And I love it because it's nice and flat. It's the entire base of the candle, so you don't even see it. So you don't even really have to move it or put it in a junk drawer if you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat, when you charge this, guess how many hours you're going to get?
I don't know. How many?
480 hours of glow time.
Oh, that's great.
That equates to almost 4 months on a 4-hour timer.
Wow.
And you have the remote there, so you can adjust the timer. Do you want 4? Do you want 6, 8, depending if you're having a dinner party, people over, or you just want to have it on, or you just turn it on and off. But if you're like me with the Home Bliss candles, I never turn them off, because you can just recharge them and you don't ever have to worry about like going through batteries. So I love keeping them on all holiday season because you don't really have to turn them off. But if you want to save on the batteries or the glow time, you can, because you can just put it on that timer function.
I can't decide which one I like more. I mean, this, if you can swing more than one, I think you'll be very sorry if you only get one. Although you could use it as the centerpiece, center focal point of an arrangement if you want to. But I see this on, on your mantle, on a long table. They're just absolutely beautiful with some of your Valerie Parr Hill, with beautiful like deer, or we had the pine cones a little bit earlier. I also see, like you said, Melissa, myself using this from fall all the way till spring.
100%. And you can put this on your dining room table. You could use it as a nightlight. You can put it in the
Oh,
guest
nice.
room if you want to. There's so many places that we want to use candlelight, and now you have gorgeous decorative candlelight. But with that remote, Pat, and with Home Bliss, one, you can choose your timer option. Look how pretty it is there, just on an end table. Like, you don't need to do that much. Like you said, pine cones around there, a couple ornaments maybe, and then you've got this beautiful textured, it's almost, you know, we've done like flocking, but it's really nice because it's not going to come off everywhere. It's really, we've done it with a little bit of a protection on there so you don't have that loose snow, but it looks like it's totally snow-kissed. And then the tree underneath is dimensional too. So it's a beautiful candle. But with that remote, you can see what they're doing there is you can have it look like a flickering flame candle. And so the candle's flickering, or you can hit it on steady light. And the steady light is just a solid glow that gives you a little bit more illumination. So if you're using it as a nightlight, that works as well. And then what you just saw was the charging base. So this is your charging base. We give you the USB cord. You just use the block. And when you put your tree on top of the charging base, it's going to illuminate. And that means it's charging. When it stops illuminating, then it's no longer charging. And you know you're going to get that 480 hours of glow time. No batteries required. And you are getting that incredible realistic flame, and you don't have to use batteries. It's like groundbreaking. This technology is just amazing. I think it's what we've all been waiting for. We love flameless candles. We don't like replacing the batteries.
I am so with you, Melissa, because, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, any more batteries? But I will say the idea that this is rechargeable, the green is very, very popular right now and very limited. It's $26.99 to get it home. If you're using a credit card, that could be 3 easy pays at $9. So now you buy the two of them. If I hadn't, it's kind of, you'll have to use your imagination a little bit with what I did. But if you wanted to, I mean, if you have that candle holder, you could go ahead and do, you know, two of the same here if you wanted to. If you had two green, or you could do, you know, your silver and then the white, which sort of has a little bit of a gold tone to it, but they're beautiful, and they have height to them, so they would be really fun. Honest to goodness, Melissa, when I walked around the corner to come into the studio, I thought, I don't remember us having Harry Slatkin candles in this, because that's how realistic this flame looks. It almost looks like you want to blow it out.
It does. It's a beautiful flame, and the candle, the tree itself is 8.5 inches. So I love you putting it on little pedestals and giving it a little bit of height, because you're seeing, like, when you look in the catalog, there's tree forests. You know, everybody's decorating with like tree forests. So mix this up with some of the trees that you already have. And so maybe you have trees that don't illuminate. Put this in the middle of them so that you have one that does. Because you're going to get that beautiful illumination. And it's fun to mix the different textures of trees, different sizes of trees, different styles of trees. And it's so simple. You can just run it down a table or put it on a little tray. But at this, you know, because it's so universal, this is like the best hostess gift. This is the best gift to maybe give your best friend's mom, or your best friend, or someone that you just go over their house or need to have a gift for, because everybody loves trees. It doesn't matter, you know, what holiday you're celebrating. Everybody loves trees. They look beautiful. The green, I can understand why it's so popular, because it looks like, you know, you're out in the middle of the wilderness and it's just a big snowfall and all the trees are snow-kissed. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the cream and the white. That's kind of my favorite. But you can mix the two. And then the silver, if you have Valerie's candlestick pillars and all her beautiful mercury glass, that one's going to go gorgeous as well. And you can see right there, all of the texture underneath of the snow-kissed tips is also really beautiful.
All right, so 3 colorways. But
no batteries, Pat. No batteries, no batteries, no batteries.
Well, over 250 have just been ordered. You all are onto something really amazing and awesome. In green, fewer than 100 remain. In the silver, 400 remain in the silver, and then in the white, fewer than 50. If you're having a winter wedding, this would be just amazing and beautiful. Wouldn't that be pretty? And you can just do one of these. They have enough presence to them. Bravo, my friend. Melissa, Home Bliss, You're going to be back with me, but oh yeah, you're going to be back. We talked about this yesterday without you. I hope you don't mind.